started. I'm going to go ahead and hit recording on my computer here. And while I am uh, getting started here, Kim, if you will watch for anybody that's coming in the waiting room. And if you haven't yet, if you don't mind clicking mute on your phone so that we can have this ready for those that couldn't join us live, but welcome. This is Team Climbs. Typically, we are doing a training right now, but for this special occasion, as we enter the holiday season in full swing, we are gathering for this little recipe night workshop. We've got some do-it-yourself ideas for holiday gift giving. I'm always in the mindset of budget friendly because I don't know about you, but there's all these people that I love to give gifts to, but I might not have as much money to buy like big or extravagant gifts, or just I want it to be thoughtful and practical. And that's my favorite thing about gifting from Pampered Chef. I love practical gifts, consumable gifts that aren't going to just become more stuff on the shelves over time that you don't know if they like it or not. And like, for example, this is like one of my favorite gifts to give. This is a seasoning from Pampered Chef. It has a gift tag with a Pampered Chef recipe. And this one here is the dill mix. And it's a half cup sour cream, half cup of mayo. And they can mix it together in the glass 1 cup prep bowl. The lid's there to make it stand nice and easy. The little bag's easy to find in the tag. Like this took me less than a minute to make. And it's very inexpensive. If you could even split up the seasoning into little cups and save even more. So that's one of my favorite things to do. And then all year long, every time I give these away to like, I don't know, I did it for my chiropractor's office, the staff that works at the little spa that I work at. I've given those to people like the PT person that I was seeing when I broke my foot. And every time I see them, they're like, I love that little 1 cup prep bowl. I love that little glass bowl with the lid. So it's the gift that keeps giving all year long, better than the Jelly of the Month Club. So again, welcome. If you're just joining us, please tell me if you're a consultant or if you're here with your consultant, because we will have a door prize. If you're part of our 8 crazy days of Pampered Chef giveaways, that is going on from the 7th to the 14th of December, you are getting entered to win one of our bonus door prizes. And I guess with that, oh, and then you'll get a second. So you get an extra entry to win our bonus door prize just for attending live. So I'm going to be taking attendance, and then also get a second entry when you fill out the survey that I will have at the end. And then if you're watching in replay, if you fill out the survey by the 14th, you'll be entered as well. Okay. All right. So I wanted to see if anyone noticed this amazing, adorable heart behind me. Anybody see this? Does anyone have this already? It's a very exclusive Pampered Chef stone commemorating our 45th anniversary, 44th anniversary from Pampered Chef. They did this as an exclusive offer just for new consultants and those who had new consultants join them in October. And it was such a hit and so sought after. And even though it's not a product yet, technically, it is an exclusive offer for those who host an early 2025 party with their consultant. And so this is, it's so neat to think about like getting this before February. So you host in January, early January, and you get this. You can make a heart pizza for Valentine's Day, a heart cookie cake, or just add it to your stone collection. I mean, come on, look how cute my picture would be right now if you took a screenshot. It could just be for that. Okay, just kidding about that. But isn't it fun? It's so fun. All right, so I want every one of you on here to get this, and there's several ways you can. So why would I be sharing that you should host a party in January when we still have all of December? Well, I have a little trick up my sleeve, and this can be training for our consultants on the call, or a little hint for those of you that are watching with your consultant. So what you can do, and what I love to do for my hosts in December, is give them a choice. So when you host in December, you can get a 60% off item of your choice. This might be our brand new stainless nonstick cookware set. It could be the air fryer. It could be anything that you've really been wanting, like the coffee machine. You could get that 60% off. And if you did close your party before the 18th of this month, you can get it on time for Christmas. But I know that so many of us that are hosting with Pampered Chef, we're like, we really want to control what we get for our Christmas gift, or we want to get it for ourselves, but maybe we can't afford it at full price. And so you can get that 60% off item and when you host in December. But what I like to offer to my hosts is when your party reaches 650, which is typically 8 to 10 orders, then I will let them choose if they want to finalize it in December or wait till January 1st or 2nd and do a January party because, and I'm going to show you the flyer. I have so many flyers up. I'm probably going to spill the beans. Okay, here it is. Okay, can we see the January host offer? Yeah. Okay. So that host offer says that you can get double the free. So typically when you have a 650 party, you're going to have $115 free, which is fantastic. But in January only, you get $230 free. Plus that Hearthstone because you're going to submit it before the 15th. And of course, your normal half price items and everything. So as you work with your consultant to collect orders, the beauty of it is when your friends and family order, they can get in on our holiday wrap-up sale and get 20% off at your party. And then you just close your post order in January and get that extra bonus. Pretty cool, right? And if that was so confusing and over your head, just talk to your consultant or consultants if you need help. I can help you. But it's a fun way to just get your hosts a little bit more and still have them be able to shop for Christmas gifts too, or holiday gifts, wherever you're coming from. Okay, so I also think it's so amazing. You can get this Hearthstone for free as a shared rewards host. And because one of our consultants that does the most shared rewards parties with hosts, and that's Verse Host Rewards. I'm going to have Kim talk a little bit about what a shared rewards party is and how cool and unique it is that those hosts can get this stone in January too. So Kim, share with us.
Yes. So I personally love when my hosts choose to do a shared rewards party, and that's what we're doing this week. But when you're hosting a party, you can opt to do a shared rewards. So what happens is instead of earning those free and half priced items, you can share a discount up to 25% with all of your guests, including yourself. And so that discount climbs with every $100 in orders. So when you host a shared rewards party, normally you're giving up all of the host rewards except the 10% past host discount that you can earn, except when you host one between January 1st and 15th. So it has to open January 1st or later and close by the 15th. You still get that Hearthstone, which is awesome. So you do still get one of the rewards. But the way it works, like I said, is the discount keeps climbing. So this week we have our team of consultants and each of us has our own shared rewards link open for our customers. And so you'll want to make sure you reach out to your consultant to get their link. But at the end on Saturday night this week, your host or your consultant's link will close and everybody who ordered with them this week, your order will process with whatever their final discount is up to 25%. Okay. And you stack that discount on top of the wrap up holiday sale, the pantry sale, anything that you want to get, including the air fryer. Okay. So that's how it works. Love it when people choose to do that. But we've been sharing some DIY gifts this week, and I'm going to share one of my favorite ones. This is actually my coworkers are going to be so excited they're going to be surprised tomorrow. Because when I make this, I always take it to work and then they eat them all and it's amazing and they love it. So they're in for a surprise. So we're going to make some candied pecans in our electric pop and stir. And yes, you can get it up to 25% off in your consultant's link or 60% off if you host this month. So you can make popcorn, you can make candied nuts, spice nuts, Make the best caramel popcorn ever known to man. We've got consultants who have come up with the recipe for seasoned oyster crackers. I mean, there are so many options. Okay. But no matter what you make on this, it's a perfect DIY gift. You just put them into the 2-cup prep bowls, which are part of that wrap up sale. So get them on sale this week. And so you put it in a 2-cup prep bowl, put the lid, put one of those stick on ribbons or tie a ribbon, and ta-da, gift done. And the 2-cup prep bowls are 2 of them for $14.40. So that's 2 gifts under $10 with something to eat because everybody loves food gifts. And that's before the discount. Another thing you can do is you could get little snack bags and put popcorn or the nuts, or you could put 2 separate ones in it, but then put a Twix-It clip in the middle and make it look like a butterfly, little cute arts and crafts thing. The whole set of 8 Twix-Its is on sale for $10.40. And so you could make 8 gifts out of it for what, like $1 something a piece? How awesome is that? So, and again, this is all before your consultant's discount even hits it. All right. So I'm going to stop delaying and I'm going to start my nuts. So I've got my electric pop and stir. And what I'm going to do in this order, I'm going to do 1 cup of nuts. I'm doing pecans because they're my favorite. I've also done this with walnuts. And we're just making candied pecans. And then we're going to do a 1/2 cup of sugar. And I'm just sprinkling them all the way around. So it's kind of spread out. Okay. And then 2 tablespoons of water. If you watched my freezer meals earlier, you know I like the small stainless scoop for my liquids. And then I've got my cinnamon, and I'm going to do a 1/2 tablespoon. The cinnamon and the vanilla I'm going to use next are holiday special items. They only come out October through December. So make sure that you stock up for the year because when they sell out, they'll be gone and they're for sure gone on January 1st. Okay, but they are on sale. And then I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Since ours is double strength, I only have to do a 1/2 teaspoon. If you use regular vanilla from the store, number one, it's not going to taste as good. But you need to make sure you do a whole teaspoon because ours is double strength. Okay. And then last ingredient is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And anytime that salt is being used as an actual flavor seasoning versus just salty, I prefer to use our coarse sea salt versus the table salt. Like if I was doing boiling water for my noodles, for example, I put table salt in that because it's really more of the getting the salt flavor in. This is more of a flavor seasoning, if that makes sense. Okay. That's all of the ingredients right here in the thing. And all I'm going to do is turn this to nuts. And then I'm going to use my scraper and just make sure it stays on here and doesn't get stuck in clumps. It'll take about 10 minutes. And then I will use my microwave grips to lift this part off. You can see, lift it off. And I'm just going to let it cool on parchment paper. And that'll be it. It'll take about 10 minutes. So I'm going to get that started and mute so you don't hear it in the background.
I love that. And I love all the easy ways that you can make gifts out of Pampered Chef items and then not have it cost a ton. And with the 20% off sale from Pampered Chef, you can get our rubs for like $4.80. The basil pesto, the garden vegetable, I use these in my charcuterie. Like I will mix the basil pesto with some olive oil in one of the bowls that come in the set. And then you can do like our sourdough bread or our Italian bread for dipping. It makes like that variety on there. And I love to do the garden vegetable with cream cheese. And the French onion is hands down my favorite. I mix that with yogurt usually, but you can do mayo, sour cream, yogurt, cream cheese. And a lot of times when I'm doing gifts, I literally will wrap a ribbon around this or put a bow on top and gift it. People love things that they can try for new and they don't have to, as something new, and they don't have to pay for them, right? It's such a fun way to do that. So Actually, I know that Miss Lisa from our leadership team, she had some people over for cookie baking. Who does a cookie baking day? Tell me, what are your favorite cookies to bake? Do you do a big shindig with it? Do you have friends or family come over? Do you do an exchange? I want to know what some of those things that you love to do. And Lisa, will you tell us about your event today, or what you show us some of your yummy results?
Absolutely. So yeah, so I just had my parents over and my sisters came over and my kids actually are the ones who wanted to do the cookie baking. And so I ended up just getting my family over so that we could get all of our holiday baking done. We did a couple different things. One of our traditions is always to do the peanut butter blossoms. I don't know who else does peanut butter blossoms. Or our family really loves the pretzel turtles. I don't know if you guys all do this, but it's just the little mini pretzels with the Rolos. And then you stick just a candied either pecan or walnut right on top, and then tastes just like a turtle. I love those. But I also had these shortbread cookies that Pampered just came out with this holiday season. And we also made these today. So these I wanted to show you because they're so stinking easy. And like Katie and Kim mentioned, is they are 20% off with our holiday wrap-up sale. So get them while supplies last. But our shortbread cookies, it's just this one bag. All you add is 2 sticks of butter, and that's it. You just put it in the fridge for about an hour to let it cool so that it's not so soft when you roll it out. But that's all you need for the shortbread cookie mix. And then I used our new Linzer cookie cutters to make our Linzer cookies. And we came out again with this new jam. So both the jam and the shortbread cookie mix are on sale for 20% off right now. So get them while you can. And this is what they turned out like. So when you guys cut out the little insides, I thought this was really cute. And I don't know if my family is going to appreciate it as much as I do, but look at, I cut out the little heart and then I just put the little heart right on top and I baked it in the oven. And they only take like 9 minutes to bake, like super easy and quick. And that's it. So I got to give quite a few of these away to my parents. They took some home, and then we have a nice little tray left.
Well, I think I appreciate your heart at least as much as you were excited about it. It's freaking adorable and I love it. I think it would be such a fun little easy, like a super simple gift to do the $10 Linzer cookie set. They're adorable little blue cookie cutters. And then the holiday jam is only like $10. You could put that together, make a super adorable little gift. And I don't know, the holiday jam is really good. There's a whole bunch of mixes of fruits, and then you can tell it has that Christmassy feel with the cinnamons and stuff too. So thanks for sharing. Is anyone else using Pamper Chef tools for do-it-yourself gifts that maybe we didn't mention yet? You can come off mute to share. We'll give it like 2 minutes in case someone does, or you can type it in the chat and I'll share those too. But I don't want to miss any other fun ideas. I'm going to share while we're opening it up. I want to share my screen, which apparently is very busy. Hold, please. But we've got that holiday wrap-up sale. If you don't have this flyer, make sure you join our Facebook group and take a look. We have this posted right in there. Here's the shared rewards. So ask your consultant if you've got orders yet. It's only day 2 when we're recording this. So this is the chart that shows you how high the discount can go. So just about every other order or so, it's jumping up a percentage, and everybody gets charged the same day on the 14th. So you can order early, get in all the drawings, and then still won't be charged until the 14th. So did anyone have any other ideas? Okay, well, I guess we covered them all, but I am so excited to share some of my charcuterie tips with you. So, Paper Chef came out with the most beautiful charcuterie board I have ever seen. For a little while, we had like this really pretty cutting board that I used, and then we had a cake stand that was really pretty. A lot of times, I just go super easy, like when I'm traveling and doing charcuterie. It's like my favorite thing to bring, just because it's easy as a gluten and dairy free gal. I can like pick and choose, you know. But the cool and serve trays are great, whether it's our 9 by 13 or large cool and serve. This one was just readily available. It's the small. You can make your charcuterie on this, and then the uh, white insert there, it can be frozen and then it stays nice and cold for a couple of hours, which is so nice. So, all right, I'm gonna cut part of my head off because that's just how it works in my kitchen with this with this thing. But I wanted to give you a couple of my tips. So first of all, grapes are a must on charcuterie boards for me. I like green. Seems like everyone loves red, so I do both. And I want to show you how important it is to clean your fruits. So one of my good friends sells Norwix, which is like another direct sales company, and she did this, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make sure I wash my grapes better. So I basically what I do now is I take my small bowl and I put it in a mixing bowl. And I'm not going to put it back in there because they're already clean, but I start like that and I have just a little bit of vinegar and water. All right. And then I let that soak for a little while, take this out, rinse it off now that it's soaked off all the dirt, um, elements and the, pesticides and all that. And look at this water. So make sure you're clean. That's just like a splash of vinegar and a little bit of water. I saved dirty water to show you. Aren't you happy? Isn't that silly? All right. But I wanted to show you that because it was just such a wow factor. I partnered with her for a charcuterie workshop, and we learned a couple of things this year that were super fun, and I wanted to show them off to you tonight. All right. So if you've done charcuterie boards before and have any fun tricks, these might be very elementary, my dear, but I am excited to show them. So first, I want to just start super simple. We've got the crinkle cutter. This is a must have, and it's really great if you have young kids too, because it's not super sharp, but it will cut through like a carrot with just a rock. So it's a really safe way to get your cuts in. But what I like to do with carrots is cut them long ways, and then I turn them over flat so they're safe. And then I'll cut and my dog is coming running. I can hear his little feet. He's like, that's a carrot. But I love to do little dips with our pesto, our garden, and our my favorites, the onions. So I'll put those in here and then surrounded by adorable carrots. You can make your charcuterie that way. The other thing that I always use the crinkle cutter for is cheese. So I've got my little wheel of Gouda here, and you can make long, short. I tend to make cheese very small and so that it goes further, like with big crowds, and small and thin, right? Because they're probably going to put it on a cracker, but those. And it just makes it fun when you're decorating as well. So you don't have to have a lot of skill and talent. It can just literally be, I have, okay, buddy, here you go. He's like, I know you have carrots up there. All right. This is that charcuterie board I was telling you about. It's so pretty. So we do sell an accessory set that has like 4 of these bowls and it has all these doohickey things. You know what I'm talking about, right? It even has the little stands that you can label what things are. But the charcuterie board itself comes with this ceramic dish that has 2 wells in it. All right. And it fits in any one of the 3. And what I love about this is like when you're working with a flat board and you don't know where to start, it helps with organization, right? Or you could do sweet, savory, and dips. I've done that. Or if you do prefer the just the plain board, the back side, it's reversible as well. So I love this. This is such a fun gift. It's something that a lot of us wouldn't splurge on for ourselves, but with the shared rewards and the holidays or birthdays or whatever's coming up, this would be such a fun gift. And you can put your ceramic dish in any piece of it. All right, so I've showed you the cheese, the crinkle cutters. And I wanted to show a couple of other tricks and tips. So right now there are fun little holiday cupcake liners that they sell, like in the Christmas section. I don't know, Walmart, Target, those kinds of places. And these are really great for creating separation in your charcuterie board. So you can put nuts in there. You can, even separate it out as a dip, or for the dips in the like paper products area by the paper plates and stuff, they sell these just plain bowls. So if you don't have our cutesy little bowls, you could use disposable ones as well. And I always have those just to make things separate and cute on there, or if you have someone with an allergy, etc. Okay. Next, for our leftover grapes, I just thought I'd show you this. This is our storing containers, and they hold 5 cups. So this is almost a whole bushel or whatever you call those of grapes. And I put the insert in there to take so the water can drain, and these will keep the grapes crisp in the refrigerator for the ones we're not using, right? Okay. Let me show you the salami first because it's so easy. Just in case you missed this, I know we had done a workshop in the past and showed this, but you might not have been here. You're just going to take your salami and I like to use the smallest champagne flute or mini glass or whatever. And you go about halfway in and give it a nice pinch. Going to have slimy salami hands. And the dog is back again. He loves charcuterie night, I guess. My pup's name is Socks, in case you were wondering, because he's amazing. Okay. So you just go around and pinch so that it stays intact when you flip it over. And we actually had charcuterie for dinner tonight. Have you guys ever done charcuterie dinners? Once in a while, it's just easy, cheese, crackers, grapes, nuts. How can you go wrong? You got protein, you got fruit, you got ease, and it's pretty. So you can make this as thick as you want. I usually do 5 to 7 pieces per flour. But as soon as you get it nice and pinched around, then you've got your salami roast. See, it looks fancy, but it's super easy. And so are our grape hearts. Okay, let me show you grape hearts. I just realized I forgot to get out the little toothpicks. So if I can't find them, then you'll have to imagine with me, but I'm pretty sure they're in here. Everybody has this drawer, right? Like the junk of all the extras. Okay, that's as much patience as I have. Let me show you how to make a grape heart. Okay. So you're gonna take your grape, long ways, and you're gonna cut it diagonal. All right? Knife. Cutting diagonal. All right, so see that? Diagonal. Now you just flip. And then you've got a heart grape. And I put a toothpick between them. So again, just flip them over. There we go. See? Are you oohing and eyeing and I just can't hear you? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, great. So what I like to do is like 2 of one color, and then the third one can be the opposite. And take a toothpick. You can usually get 3 grape hearts per toothpick. And it would look a little like, ooh, a little like this. You see? And then you could put these around your board with the hearts. Isn't that fun? And it's like the easiest thing. It's even easier than your salami heart. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to train you on a cucumber, or you could use a zucchini for this. And this is a little adorable little flower. Okay, So I've got my cucumber here. I'm just going to take the edge off just a touch, and the base will go about there. Okay. So I'm going to cut, I'm going to cut about, I don't know, about a 1/2 inch or so there. And then you want to take the seeds out. And for that, I usually use a paring knife, but I'm not going to waste your time looking for it. It's always hindsight that's 2020, they say. So now we've got our seed. I suppose you could use even like a tiny spoon as well. But see, I've got my cucumber like this. All right, and now for the fun part. We are gonna take the Rapid Prep mandolin and we want the thinnest slices. So you can see here, there's like an oval that's all, I'm letting it focus, all filled in. Then one down has lines on it and then the other side as well. So I want it here on the slices and it's from thinnest to thickest. So the thinnest is going to be number 1 and the thickest is 7. And I suppose I could have cut, a number 7 for our base, but we did that. And then number 8 is French fries. If you don't have this mandolin yet, I'm telling you, it's the safest, it's the fastest, and it's going to help you with all of your meal prep stuff like what Kim showed you today in our event. All right. So now I've got my settings how I want them. I take the safety down and I'm going to insert food holder here. Okay. All right. So that's on. It's away from the blades, and now I'm going to release the blades. Here we go. Now, this also, I don't know if you can hear it, but on the bottom, it has little suction cups to keep it steady because you're going to be doing things like sweet potatoes that are nice and firm, and sometimes they are you need it to be in steady place. So what I have learned for your nice even slices is you want it to be small enough. Let me see this. Okay. You want it to be small enough so that it can go in and press against the blades evenly. Okay. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So now I'm going to press it in. And now because it's even, you got a full circle. Sometimes like if it's cattywampus in there, then it will come out as a half circle, which sometimes is good. But for this purpose, okay. All right, and then you're going to take, sure you can see that. We're going to take 5 of those tiny circles and just set them over each other like that. It can be more or less than 5, but from there, you're just going to roll them together, picking up the edges as you go. Right, there's our flour, and we're going to set that just simple dimple into our base. And look how pretty that is. So I have some photos that I can share of a couple of the charcuterie boards that I did. I think I already shared them in our Facebook group, but you can do that. You can also shred some carrots and put them in there for like color. But they're so simple. And especially with the mandolin, it can make those super even, nice and thin, so they roll up nicely together. So those are my super fun little tricks for charcuterie boards. So I want to know if you have ever tried any of these, if you have any others. Now, last year we did show you, you can also take a block of cream cheese, cut it in a triangle, and then put the 2 small triangles together and create like a Christmas tree with our raspberry habanero, which, by the way, is also on sale. It is a favorite, cream cheese and raspberry habanero. You can make yourself a little Christmas tree. And I mean, heck, that could even be a fun Christmas star. You could use a crinkle cut cheese and make a star out of that. So those are some of the things that I love to use for charcuterie. If you don't have a charcuterie board and that's not in the budget, you can literally use whatever cutting board you have because you're going to fill it up with all of your beautiful things, your crackers, your nuts, and you don't even see the board if you can fill it up full enough, right? I want to wrap up. If anyone else has any other things that they wanted to share, I'm looking at some of the comments too. Love the great parts. Yay. I thought that was so fun and easy, and I'd never seen them before. All right. As we wrap up, I thought I would share a couple other things. I'm a busy mom of two. I am, and if I'm being truly honest, I have that like sense of obligation. I don't want to let anyone down. I always like to have a little gift for everybody when I see them. I want everyone to have like the best time when they're at an event, and I'm sure like you probably share that sentiment with me. Hopefully you don't feel obligation, but for me, I'm like, I want to be thoughtful when I think of gifts. I don't just want to get a gift because, right? And Pampered Chef has filled this need so many times with either just a seasoning, because I know like you're good, even if you don't like the seasoning, you're probably going to host and then you could use that at an event, or you could easily regift it, right? I love giving gifts that you're going to use over and over and over again. I love giving the season's best cookbooks instead of Christmas cards because they're useful, they're practical. And maybe that's just me, but for me, I just like when I get gifts, I always feel bad if I don't use them or I don't want them or whatever. But when it comes to like things in the kitchens or thing that I'm not going to use for myself, things like a tray, things like seasoning mixes, if you know, chip clips even, right? The batter bowls are always a really great gift, and you can put a mix in them and then they can have the bowl afterwards as well. I love doing family gifts instead of every single person in the family. Like, I don't know about you, I have like some cousins and people that I only see around the holidays. I love them, but I don't know their particular likes. And instead of getting them a gift card, we tend to do like a family gift night. So many times I've given away just a little popcorn maker with some popcorn in it and candy and just a movie theater ticket, or we've even done the like iTunes, or I don't know what the gift cards are called now, where they can just download a movie and watch from home. We've also done like with a game and snacks for game night for a family. So that is just something fun that the whole family can enjoy. You can also, if you are a baker or you have some baking things, I highly recommend the baking sheet with rack. Even if you don't ever use the rack, this bad boy is freaking amazing for cookies and baking all of your holiday meal. I mean, it is really impressive. And I mean, just I've always been a stone girl, but this is my first metal baking pan, and it's the nonstick Brilliance. Highly recommend. I just feel like it if it's a gift, you're loving on these people that are getting it because they're not going to have to clean as hard, because it's like slide away, clean, and then you're also saving yourself time if you get it for yourself. So those are a few ideas that I had for you. I would love to open it up if you guys have anything else to share. And before I zip it, I want to remind you, we have the 20% holiday sale. We have an extra holiday products that are only while supplies last. And you can talk with your consultant about how to shop through their shared rewards link and make sure you get it before Christmas. All of our event is going to be, orders will be in by Christmas. Booking a party with your consultant, whether it be in December or January, to get that stone. And we would love to invite you to consider being part of Team Climb, because this is a community that I have fallen in love with. And I look forward to seeing these guys and gals every week, whether it be just seeing them work their business and their side hustle, or meeting with them on coaching calls or leadership calls, or even things like our Sunday night training. So if that's something that you would be interested in learning more about, I want to invite you to learn more about it, especially December, because you're starting to plan ahead for 2025. And we would love to be part of your new year and making all of your goals come to fruition as well. All right. That's all I have to say. I'm going to check out the comments. Does anyone else have anything else to share or any questions before we go? And also, Kim might need to show us her caramelized nuts.
I'm ready. All right. So I actually ended up doing 2 batches while we were hanging out anyway. So this is them. All you're looking for is they get this sandy look to them. And then funny that you said that because I'm pulling mine on the Brilliance pan with parchment paper on it. It is also my favorite. And then easy cleanup. This piece goes straight into your dishwasher, just like if it was a plate. Easy cleanup. So I'm just going to let them cool off and then my coworkers get to snack tomorrow.
Well, you do know that your coworker lives a couple hours away and you're going to have to drive, right?
My other coworkers.
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, thanks for being here tonight, guys. I am going to put this, I'm going to make sure that all of our consultants have the survey so that if you are, for some reason, you're not able to join us in the Facebook event, that you can still fill out that survey and get an extra entry. I've got everyone's names in for our drawing that attended live as well. And those drawings are going to be happening all week long. Thank you for being here. If you have any questions, I will hang. Oh my gosh, Lisa just said something about honey sriracha almonds. I want to try that. Yum, yum. Well, thank you again. I'm going to stop the recording and open it up for questions.